Okay, picking back up today with the Lunatic Cultist. The first of the last 5 bosses. I want to run to the left until I hit these pressure plates. Shoot down here. Come on. Walk into the line of fire. There we go. And now I need to be quiet because talking will seriously disrupt my concentration and I need to focus. There's something to the right over there. I'm assuming it's a slime, could be a goblin, could be a nimbus raining down. I would love to describe things, but it's really difficult to talk while doing this. Did I get hit there? There was a nimbus. There was some confusing audio sounds. It didn't overtly sound like it. It's possible. But this is going decently, so I'm not going to throw that away. On the off chance it wasn't. Should be hitting phase 2 soon. It's in phase 2 now. Okay, that was a quick ball. Please, prophecies end. Don't be a bitch. I don't even know what that death noise was. I don't recognize it. Stop with the prophecies end, dude. Do lightning. Do lightning! What the fuck is wrong with you? Thank you. Jesus. Okay. Okay, I really hope that Nimbus didn't hit me. I really hope that Nimbus didn't hit me early on. There's something out there. He attacks on consistent cycle. Fire Ice, Lightning, Fire Ice Summon in phase 1. And he always moves in a consistent location when he does the summon. So I know if I'm on his right-hand side, he'll always be up top, and I can sweep around the right-hand side of the screen to hit him up top. In phase 2, it's a 7 attack cycle, but it always ends, well, it usually ends with lightning. For some reason, he was doing the Prophecy's End a lot, which is annoying because that attack is completely RNG, and if he spawns it on top of me, I'm screwed. But yeah, that was... On to Duke Fishron? I think I'm doing Duke Fishron next. Alright, on to Duke Fishron. I need to take my potion buffs, throw the fishing line, run out the door, down into the lava, wait for him to bite. He hath bit, and now I need to start shooting. So I'm using an arena here that's very similar to the one I fought Plantera in. It's a box with asphalt lining the top and bottom. And there's lava on the bottom of the arena to trot off enemy spawns. And I think doing this blindfolded stuff is like the first time I've ever used asphalt. I mean, I think back in like 2013, when I had killed the mech bosses for the first time and got the steam privilege to revive, I had looked at our inventory and seen the Blendomatic and went, oh, let's make asphalt. I wonder what asphalt is. And I made some asphalt and ran on it and went, block makes you run fast, doesn't it? And then never used it again. Did I press W? Okay, I did. Oh shit, he's dead. Okay. I didn't even realize he was in phase 3 yet. Yeah, alright. This is also like the first time I've ever really made an arena for Duke Fishron. Normally, I just fight him out in the open because I don't like making arenas for him. I don't find it very fun. I much prefer just fighting him out in the open. But yeah. Alright, on to... I don't know if I'm doing the Moonlord or the Empress of Light next, but on to one of those two. Okay, well, I'm doing the Moonlord. I need to summon the Phantasm Dragon. Use the Bewitching Table. Should be enough. And I'm doing the Flare Gun strategy, so I just need to sit here and do this for like 6 minutes, and I'll pick back up when I've fired 1,000 flares. Okay. So the gist of this this exploit is that the game can't handle more than 1,000 projectiles at once. So if you spawn in 1,000 flares, the Moonlord can't shoot anything because no more projectiles can be spawned, and the Phantasm Dragon that I've summoned can just kill him. I really like that exploit. It's one that I had come up with and had perfected and done all the testing for. I do like it a lot. And right now, I had gone through a teleporter because enemies can't spawn during the Moonlord fight itself, but in this 1 minute run up to the fight, they can spawn, and if like a vulture were to spawn on that walkway, I could potentially walk into it and get hit. So I'm going to wait down here until the Moonlord actually spawns in. So the Moonlord, I have fought the Moonlord blindfolded before. It was actually the first blindfolded thing that I did. This was back, I was laying in my bed, because I didn't have my desktop yet, and I didn't even have a desk. And I was using like a really bad $10 USB microphone. I had a hoodie on backwards covering my face because I didn't have a blindfold. And I was using like my laptop's built-in webcam because I didn't have a webcam. The whole thing was such a mess. But I've come a long way since that, and I'm actually like pretty decent at playing the game blindfolded now. I think about now, one of the eyes is probably coming out. Maybe I was a bit early with that call. Doesn't sound like they're out yet. Still not out? Okay, this is gonna be a bit awkward. Okay. In that case, when I hit the edge of this walkway, instead of going down, because I was a bit slow with the call on the eyes, I'm gonna go up and to the right, and we'll see if that works. It might not. Hitting the pressure plate soon. Okay. I'm getting far away. I think that's good. I think that was good. See, normally I would have fallen down when I hit those pressure plates, and he ideally would have died as I was falling. The problem is, if I keep walking horizontally as he dies, I'm going to walk into his gaping hole, where his eye once was, and that'll hit me. And it's very difficult to react fast enough to his dying sound to not get hit as soon as he dies. So what I was planning on doing was falling down on those platforms, and then having him die as I was falling, but I was a bit slow, so instead I flew up to the right. I don't care, whatever that was. Is it a Hopi? It's probably a Hopi. He's dead. I don't care. Yeah. Next up is Empress of Light. Empress of Light. That's right, I was doing this. If you haven't noticed, I've been doing these in order. Like, I'm able to use any equipment that I could get from the previously killed bosses. Yeah, there's a wyvern. It's fine. Any of the previously killed bosses. So, like, for Duke Fishron, I was using the Vortex Beater, because I had already killed the Lunatic Cultist at that point. For Queen Slime, I was using Chlorophyte Bullets, because I had already killed the Mech Boxes. For Skeletron Prime and the Twins, I was using Teleporters, because I had already killed the Destroyer. And for the Empress of Light, I'm going to be using the Celestial Starboard, because now I've already killed the Moonlord. Okay, and the Empress of Light. Now, I lied a little bit. I said that I was using the Celestial Starboard. I'm not. I'm using the Shrimpy Truffle. Where's my keyboard? There it is. Take potion buffs, spawn her in, and then get going. So I'm using pretty powerful equipment right now. That's going to kill her relatively quickly. I didn't want this fight to take forever. If you want to watch a longer blindfolded fight, you can go watch the last time I fought a blindfolded. I think it took like 3 minutes. I'm not paying much attention because I'm talking. So going horizontally, pretty solid way to avoid the Empress of Light. As long as you know when you need to loop back around and which attacks you need to do stuff, you should be going phase 2 in just a moment. Now, try to focus downward. Sounds good. It's mostly a matter of knowing when you need to loop back around. The thing is, she's doing this now, and I want to end up on her right-hand side after I dodge this attack. Well, actually, I guess not, because I want to dodge the flares. The problem is she's going to do it now? Oh, she's dead. Okay. Yeah, that worked out. Okay, just Deerclops left now. I do like the Empress of Light a lot. I was debating doing this with a chain gun, but I would really like to get this video out by tomorrow morning. And I don't want to spend a ton of time doing it. She is really fun to fight blindfolded, though. I think she's one of... Her and maybe the Lunatic Cultist, if he was tweaked a little bit, I think are genuinely, like, pretty fun to fight blindfolded. Because they have consistent cycles, and you always know. If the Lunatic Cultist's second phase was more consistent, I would actually... Like, I would think he was a lot more fun. But she's... Fighting her blindfolded is nice, as long as you have the space and everything. Okay, and lastly, Deerclops. I'm not fighting Deerclops normally. I'm doing the flare gun exploit. I do have a lot of stuff to say about Deerclops, which I'm going to edit in after the fact, but until then, take the potion buffs, summon him, and then fly up here. You might have noticed the very long gap between Part 3 and Part 4 of this series, and that's all because of Deerclops. I completely lost all motivation to continue after he was added, and finishing this was entirely conditional on cheesing Deerclops. If I wasn't cheesing him, I wasn't doing this. And it all comes down to the hands. In expert mode and above, Deerclops will randomly spawn hands during the fight. They can come from any direction, come at you in a random pattern, and at a variable speed. There's no consistency, no cycle, nothing about them that I could latch onto as a means to avoid them. They only get more common as time goes on and he gets more damaged. I spent a very long time fighting Deerclops when he was added, and a lot of that was blindfolded. I made well over 400 attempts blindfolded, and the best I could do was getting him down to about 4,000 health. This was back before they nerfed his HP and he had 28,000. 80 to 90% of the attempts ended because of the random hand spawns, and that's not a matter of skill. It's not fun throwing a brick wall at myself until I get perfect RNG. Even being able to see, I'll use an analogy here. Imagine you just started renting a brand new house. It's beautiful, 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, great neighborhood, overall a wonderful house. Then, as soon as you move in, some guy across the street walks over with a sledgehammer and smashes your windows. You go over to talk to him and say, "Hey, dude, what are you doing?" At which point he points to your lease where it says that this guy can just smash your windows whenever he wants. And now your house sucks because of this small addendum. In this analogy, the house is Deerclops, the sledgehammer guy is the hand attack, and I'm me. Even when I can see the hands feel inconsistent and unfun, it feels random and sometimes too fast to react to. When you're dodging Deerclops, you commit to moving in a certain direction. When that happens, if a hand shows up and blocks the path, you can't stop committing because now he'll hit you, so you just have to run into the hand. It's evident to me that Deerclops is trying to, and honestly does in a pretty fun way, simulate Don't Starve's combat in Terraria. Instead of kiting in and out like in Don't Starve, you run in and go through Deerclops' legs and then dodge the double-edged shockwave every third time. That's fun, I like that, but the hands mess all that up. And I'm not saying that Deerclops is particularly difficult, or that the hands make the fight unreasonably challenging. I've killed Deerclops hundreds of times because I would finish off failed attempts. The hands do very little damage, and as long as you're knockback immune and have some defense, you're not going to struggle with them at all. If you can see them, it's not terrible to kill him without getting hit either, it just feels a bit random sometimes. They're not difficult, they just make the fight not very fun in my opinion. And it really sucks because I like Deerclops otherwise quite a bit. Look who's dead. Go to hell and don't ever come back. Well, that's all the bosses. Some of them I fought pretty much normally. Some of them I made setups that let me fight them without getting hit easily. I do like the lighting at night a lot more, because, so like during the day, there'll be light flooding in from the window back there, and I have a light here that's illuminating me right now, but during the day there's too much light in the background, so I have to turn on the white light from my camera, and I don't like that very much. I don't like the way the white light looks, but here at night, I like this illumination a lot better. That's it, I'm done though. Get this shit out of here. It does not do good things for my hair either. There it is. This is me. I'm here. This is the game. This is live. I am doing this. This isn't like editing this in after the fact. This is my keyboard. And this is my lizard down here. Hold on. And finally get this thing off. It's in focus. This camera has focus issues sometimes. The light's a bit of an issue. Hold up. There we go. I think I'm going to do the Empress of Light next. And she's really the... Well, I guess there's still Deerclops after that. Oh, sorry.